In this video, I'm gonna show you how to play the KD, Ahri and Akali comp in the new patch. So if you're new here, I'm just gonna have a short introduction. I just make a TFT content to help you all improve and enjoy the game a bit more. I pretty much been masters or grandmaster every set I play, but without further ado, let's get into the fun stuff. So as you guys know, this comp has been nerfed a lot. So they nerfed Ahri, they nerfed Echo, they nerfed the tank trait you play Sentinel. But the comp is still really good in my opinion. But it has changed a bit from the last patch. So the last patch, everyone was forcing it, it was super contested. So it was a bit better than before, but it's still really good right now. But it has changed a bit. So basically how you play it, you don't go for 4 Sentinel, now you only do 2 Sentinel. And instead of going Sentinel, you go for KDA as well as Superfan. Most of the cases, right? So this is how the comp looks like. You basically throw in as many KDA as possible. You want 7 KDA. And you really want a KDA headliner on either Akali or Ahri at level 8. This is pretty much the only headliner you take, the other ones are really bad, but I'll go over the headliners a bit later with the stats. And as you see, you play Kennen, Lilia and Echo. It's pretty much, Lilia and Nico. These are the 3 Superfan units. And whenever you play Superfan, you always want to throw in Echo pretty much, because he gives you Sentinel with Lilia and true damage with Kennen. And he also gives us, in this case, Spellweaver even. So he's just a really good unit and a solid tank as well. So the best thing, the only awkward part about this comp is, you have to play some, shitter filler units for KDA like Kai'Sa. It's real, you don't want to play Kai'Sa, but you need it for 7 KDA, right? So basically what that means is if you can get a, KDA spat, where do we have it? Yeah, here. If you can get a random KDA spat, it basically means that you don't have to play Kai'Sa. So that's really good. And it's basically a fun because then you can play an actual unit. Whatever you want to play, right? Maybe a random Sona or whatever. So spats are really good in this comp as well. But let's go over a bit about the items. So Ahri, she's really good with mana and attack speed. So the build on her, the good build, is basically 3 items. It's blue buff, Nashers and Gunblade. As you can see on the delta, everything increases your average placement on all the other items except these 3 items. Here you actually get a lower placement, as you can see, minus 30, minus 30, minus 20 almost. And basically why these are so good is because Ahri, she has a very low mana bar, 30, and blue buff, it lowers to 20, and Nashers every time she casts, which is like every second auto, she gets more attack speed with Nashers, and she just ults all the time. And her every other cast, she does like double the damage. You can see it goes from 275 to 480. So where she casts a lot, it works well with her ability as well. And the Gunblade is just good. She does a lot of damage. You don't need damage on her, so healing is better. She can survive from random Cardus, random Akali maybe. But it also just beefs up the front line a lot, because you don't have a super strong front line. But as you can see, the items on Ahri is really important that you get these kinds of items. But some cases you have to slam worse items. But it's just good for you to know the BIS for her. But Akali, I don't care that much about her items. She works with a lot of different items. As you can see, everything gives you minus delta, lower average placement pretty much. Some items are a bit worse, like Titans, it seems like. But basically you can build whatever you want on her. You want some survivability, some healing, and then just go whatever bruiser or AD item you find. But I'm also gonna show you the BIS. So the best in slot for her is gonna be Hodge, Infinite Edge, and Red Buff, pretty much. That's my opinion at least, and the stats agree with me. Basically, Hodge IE is a good combo. Both are crit, and you crit more with IE, and you get some healing from Hodge, and the Red Buff is just broken. She ultis like boom, 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 you know. She gets the healing or burning on everyone, so that's really good. Also attack speed, so she casts more often. And for the rest of the build, if you get a Sona, throw in any mana item or Ginsu, I guess. Yeah, if you have a Kiana, it's really good. What you want on Kiana is Bloodthirster or yeah, basically any healing or Edge of Night, so she doesn't die and cast a lot. So if you have a KD spat, you can remove Kaisa and throw in this unit. You already have true damage, so she starts giving you more items from her bling bonus. And basically just build whatever tank item you have on either Echo or Nico. It seems like the items give... it seems like you get a better win rate from building items on Nico a bit. But you always want at least one item on Echo for his bling bonus. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the itemizations. And now, as promised, I will go over the headliners. So on the delta, the average placements, you get almost or more than half a placement lower if you have a KDA headliner. Meanwhile, on the other ones, you get basically higher average placement if you go anything else, really. The only thing that's kind of decent is if you get execution on Akali, but still the KD is a lot better, as you can see here. It's just because there's so many bad units in KD that you don't want to play. You don't want to play, what's he called? Evelyn, or you don't want to play Kaisa. They're just straight bots. So if you get this, you're just allowed to skip one of those units, and play another unit. And yeah, that's pretty much all about the comp. I'll get into a game where I show you how to play this comp in action then. So I woke up early, so I decided to go for the Silver Symphony start here. So we have a chill opener, nothing too crazy this time, but usually the easiest way to get into Ahri is if you start with natural item components or maybe a blue buff, the Ahri items, and you get a headliner Annie, and then you basically put all your Annie items or Ahri items on Annie. It's gonna be your item placeholder, and you just carry her until stage 8, then you sell her and roll down for the KD board. That's one way to play it really easily, but it's not what I'm doing here. I just had more of a flexible game, but starting up with the augments, help is on the way, decent augment, so I'm looking for that. Latent Forge also good. Either of this I'm down to take, really. I think I'm gonna reroll the other one because I already am down to take Forge, so let's see what the last augment is. And it was just a spoonful, which is pretty nice, but not in this case. I usually take that XP augment if I wanna maybe find more hard steel units, or if I'm playing a comp that's a lot of free costs and I want a win streak. But in this case, I'm down to be a bit weaker and just play for the late game. So we're gonna take the Latent Forge, and we're basically scaling here. So I actually bought probably the worst headliner in the game. So Olaf with pentakill. Yeah, that's just really bad in the early game, but I just took it for a 2-star so I could save some HP. And we're gonna put in Bruiser and this random Annie. So not a good start we have here, but we just gotta play with what we have, right? If you get a bad opener, just try to make the best of it. So I just put in a random Evelyn as well, just because she's 2-starred. So sometimes trades doesn't even matter in the early game. You just play 2-stars like I'm doing here. Basically didn't have much of other choice, right? But it's gonna be kind of hard to keep a win streak is the thing, since we're basically playing without the traits and we're playing without a combat augment because we're yeah, taking the artifact item, it kicks in after 8 rounds. But, you know, we have a vision in our mind. We're just scaling, so it's all good. On this carousel, yeah, I don't really have a specific item I want to go for here. Like, I don't have much direction of what I'm doing. So I decided to... yeah, I actually decided to just pick up this sword. Before, I probably never would do this. Like, in the last patch, like, Bloodthirster wasn't an item really, unless you played Yone or Pentakill. But now there's so many comps where you can build the Bloodthirster. Akali, you can go Pentakill, Yone, Riven. So now I'm actually down to slam this Bloodthirster. It will save me some HP. Good item Olaf for the early game. And yeah, so now I have some direction for what I'm playing. So that's gonna be any of those 4 comps probably. Those are basically the only thing that uses, you know, Bloodthirster, really. You want that on some sort of frontline carry. And I just high rolled a random Viego here, so we can play that for now. So it could be a Pentakill angle. Kinda weird that I'm playing Ahri in this setup, right? It doesn't look like our game, but you guys will soon see why I played it. But yeah, now we got in Pentakill, so this headliner isn't completely useless. The thing with Pentakill though is that you know, the passive is like you get 50% attack speed or something once you kill 5 units, and basically in the early game, yeah, people are level 5, so they have 5 units, so you get the Pentakill passive once the entire team is dead, so you basically lose out on half the trait. So it's kinda bad to play Pentakill in the early game, not something I would recommend. It was only line I really had here, so sometimes you gotta make do with a bad opener, just because, yeah, it might be bad, but it's the best of the bad things, if that makes sense. Yeah. So on to the second augment. Yeah, not anything too good here. I'm down to take bulk, just a decent item. So I'm gonna reroll the left and middle ones here. And we see what we get from the other ones. Bulk is just decent. I like to take it when I have items on different units. Like, especially if I have a Sunfire, because you can put that item on... You can put a single item, a Sunfire, on a random unit just for bulk value. So I really like it when you have maybe a Shiv you put on a unit and you don't put any items on the unit. So that way you can spread out the items without sacrificing your strength. Because items are usually better if you have 3 on one unit than 1 item spread out on 3. But if you have, you know, Spark, Sunfire, Ionic, or yeah, Shiv, then I like bulk a lot. So we're just gonna level up here because, yeah, why not a little bit of Forge Strength just for a random Seraphine heal? Why not? I'm down, honestly. Might not get any new traits, but some healing, some damage for my Olaf. Might kill 1 more unit, save some HP. Even though I don't have a win streak, I decide to just level up. It's only 1 gold, right? We lose out on. But yeah, it's a really close fight, but this Annie's gonna clutch it out. She has BIS on Annie, so pretty strong right there. Onto this carousel. Ooh, yeah, I'm down for Spat. In this angle, Spat is really good. I have so many lines I can take with it. Either I go for a Pentakill Spat on Akali, or I go for a KD Spat, which I already have already. So here, Gold Master Staff is really good on, or yeah, Deathfire Grasp is good if I want to put it on Akali. No, sorry, Ahri, or if I want to put it on, what's it called, Pardus, it's decent. But since I already have a Viego, I'm just gonna do Diamond Hands, because it's stronger for now, and it's still a good item. It's basically like a Guardian Angel on him. He survives a bit longer. And I can put that on either Viego in the late or put it on Akali, and that's gonna be really good. So I decided to play that actually, because it works better in my comp to put on a 4 cost than a random, you know, 1-star backline carry like Seraphine, you know. Got this random blitz, so even though what's it called, Nico is better than Sorry guys, better than Lilian. I'm actually gonna remove Nico just so we get Sentinel in with Blitzcrank, a bit better. So what I could do here is slam KDA spat, and it could actually be the play if you wanna force KDA, but since we're so close to stage 4, I'd rather just hold the spat and see if we play Pentakill or KDA, so I'm not forced into any comp. But honestly, you could slam KDA spat if you wanna do it. I decided to greed a bit, just to see whatever it is we get, you know, at stage 4. So we're gonna level up here, and since we just got this free, you know, Nico 2-star, I found even a Echo. I basically, yeah, this is just looking like a KDA from this angle, right? So I'm gonna put in Nico there, and we're gonna slam this spat on Viego for now. And we're gonna sell Viego later once we get an Akali, and we're gonna put the diamond hands on her. So really good, now I know exactly what comp to play. We're gonna open the team planner pretty soon and put in the comp. We're probably not going for a 3-star Nico since we have to level up to 8 and find a headliner, gonna cost a lot, but I'm down to just fight for now. Here I already have Sunfire, so don't need Blistering Strike, gonna reroll that. We don't need I just want a combat augment, so gonna take item grab, why not, can build a lot of items in this comp. AP, AD, tank, whatever item I get is slammable, so gonna take that. We're gonna remove Blitzcrank even though it's a better unit than Echo, just so we can put in Superfan and get true damage as well. Just feel like a bit more great value. And we can also sell Blitz here to make more econ. Since we're gonna play Echo anyways, might as well put him in so I don't grief my econ by holding double units. This way I'm able to make 30 if I want. So we level up to 8. So this is gonna be the comp pretty much as I went over before. Akali&Ahri, Seraphine for KDA, Echo because I play Superfan, works really well. And I found a random Zona, so that's pretty sweet. And now we sold our headliner and we're gonna start rolling. Let's hope I find something. Found a random Yorick, pretty good item holder for the spat, pretty good unit, right? So I'm gonna play him until I find something better. He's also Guardian, so we got that. But I'm a bit too slow here. I'm not a, you know, fast transitioner. It's pretty much my weakness in TFT. I'm bad at making like comp changes really fast. Gonna put Sunfire on Echo for the bling bonus. Gonna put the Akali items on Yorick for now, just so we have some sort of a board right here. Yeah, we even won this fight somehow. Yeah, Zona diff, honestly. Boom. That's a big ulti right there. Yeah. And onto this carousel. Yeah, I'm down to just take Akali for the unit. Also got a glove. We can probably build yeah, we can build a Hodge on her, so that's good. So since I wasn't angling for Ahri this game, in the early game, I don't have BIS items for her, but so that's kind of bad, you know. But I feel like it was acceptable in this case, just because I have a spat and I have really good items for Akali. So you really want BIS items for Ahri in this comp, but some cases you just play flex and you wind up playing this comp anyways. So I'm gonna have some awkward items on Ahri, but it's fine. I have other things to cap out my board with. So I could build a Starex on Ahri. It's a decent booster item, but I'm gonna greed for BIS. I feel like I'm still stable enough to win fights, so there's like no reason for me to slam it really. I could get like a Gunblade and yeah, would be a bit better than a Starex, honestly. So gonna greed it out a bit since I'm strong already. And boom, I found a really lucky Kiana here. Gonna sell Yorick. Kiana is just better. So even though I was supposed to put these items that I'm slamming on Kiana on Ahri, I decided to put them on Kiana. So it's basically because I already have true damage, so she can start printing me a lot of items and giving me items in combat as well. And basically BIS items on Kiana is healing and you know, Guardian Angel or Diamond Hands, just because she doesn't get one shot and she can, you know, get more items. So we're gonna put them on Kiana. We still will be able to find free items on Ahri probably, so it's no big deal, right? Or Akali, I mean. Sorry. So yeah, we didn't really get... So before I greeded for Sterax, but I wind up finding no better items than it anyways. So we're just gonna slam Sterax on her. The last item, I could go like Giant Slayer on Akali, but I decided to get one mana item on Ahri. Shojin is pretty bad. You want the blue buff on Ahri, but it's better than nothing, right? You need some mana regen for her, just because she deals more damage every other cast. So I decided to just go for a Shojin in this case. You know, we can't always get the BIS. And I was a bit too slow. I didn't have time to put in my headliner Ahri, unfortunately, but it's all good. Now we're gonna put it in, and the game plan here is basically we roll until we have a Ahri 2, or sorry, Akali 2, and then we're gonna be stable, and then we go 9. But before I go 9, we need to find a 2-star, and yeah, we did. So now we're just gonna hope we win the fights, and if we do, we go 9, and if we don't, we go 8. But yeah, I'm really strong here, so probably no way I don't win streak, honestly. So there's no reason to hold the Blitz, Ahri, and Kai'Sa, because I already have 7 KD. I can't go 10 KD, so we're just gonna sell those for more econ, so we get to 9 faster. And I like... This is just my take on Kiana. I like to... If I have sustainability and survivability items on her, I like to put her in the middle, because people usually put their tanks in the middle. And that way, when she ultis, she copies items to my units, and you get a lot stronger in the fight because you just get more items on your unit. So I like to put her in the middle here, and we high roll the blue buff here. So we're gonna put that on Ahri. Really good, right? And this guy unfortunately had the anti-CC, so we're not getting Kiana CC. But it's whatever. I'm a lot stronger than this guy anyways, I feel like, because our Akali is broken. So we're gonna win this mirror matchup. I'm just more capped than him. Oh, am I though? Oh, he actually beat me. Huh. Alright, I take everything back. But the thing is, this guy spent basically all his gold. He hit pretty much his cap. I'm sitting at 50 gold, so I'm playing the long game. He's playing the like top 4 angle. I'm playing for the first right here. So we're risking it a bit for the biscuit, as you would say. We're scaling, so won this fight. We were playing against the ghost, so that's really good. They're gonna see. Now the kind of awkward thing here is I basically have slammed all items I can on all my useful units. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit awkward to see what items we get here. But we don't really have any tank items, so we're probably just gonna go for some tanky items on either Echo or Nico. I guess we could try to 3-star them, but it's gonna be too hard to hit, I feel like. We don't have that much econ. So I'm just rolling for some random 2-star 4 cost, or a random Ilaoi, or a random Sona that we can put in. And luckily, I found this random Blitz. He doesn't give me any other traits. I already have Sentinel, but I feel like he's just a decent tank that I can put in to make me win more fights. And so we're just gonna slam that D-Claw on him, because we have a lot of AP matchups. So probably what made me win this fight is I had this D-Claw, made me tank a lot more, so we were able to clutch it out. So that was probably a Blitz diff right there. So this is, yeah, traits are sometimes fake in TFT, even though I could maybe put in a random crowd diver, you know. I feel like this Blitz is just gonna be stronger. I mean, we could put in like a Carlos for Executioner, but he's just gonna do like nothing, so I don't even wanna play him, even though I get another trait. I'm also gonna put in Akali. We could go like double Akali if we want. So this is a bit of a weird slam right here. I built a Last Whisper, And the reason for it is basically I'm gonna put Seraphine on the same spot or the same line as Kiana, and so she removes the armor of the tank, and Kiana just does 80 damage on the tank, so she does some more damage. I could agreed for better items if Kiana slammed an item, but I just wanted to ensure that I win that fight so I get a top 4. But if you wanna, you know, go for the Giga Cap, what you do is you just wait for Kiana to farm another item, and then you slam something better, because Last Whisper is not gonna be that good, right? I just slammed it because, yeah, I wanted to ensure a top 4. But it's not the worst, right? So, yeah, we beat this Ahri guy, luckily. And on this carousel, I should probably have gone for true damage now when I think about it, because that would have been 4 true damage. But, yeah, decided to just take Archangel. Just pretty okay item. I have, like, slammed everything on my carries. So I wanted a tank item, but it was no tank item there. So we're just gonna put that on Seraphine. I guess it's kind of a tank item on her, because she scales with AP. So she's gonna heal my units, so they're a bit tankier. So Archangel wasn't too bad, honestly. Or some more health regen on my front line. And some more damage, why not? I mean, she did some decent damage, was like 4th on the damage chart, so wasn't too bad. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm just rolling every round trying to find either a 2-star Illaoi, a 2-star Sona, but mainly I really need a Kiana. If I get 2-star Kiana, I can get a 1st. If not, it's probably gonna be a 2nd place here. So we're spraying, we hit here at 9, and yeah, that's pretty much it. This guy is kinda Giga Cap. Yes, 2 true damage bats, holy. And yeah, pretty big Yin right there, and the Ezreal. This guy probably played Heartsteel, so it's gonna be probably a bit hard to beat this guy, but I mean, at 2nd place, really good still, right? So off here, yeah, we got some gold. We're just gonna roll down and pray that we hit this Kiana or an Illaoi. So we got a headliner there. We can't sell Ahri, unfortunately, so I didn't have a backup one. So we can't buy that, and it would screw up our KDA, so gonna have to skip that Kiana headliner. Unfortunately, we didn't hit, so this fight looks kinda doomed, unfortunately. No really good item to slam, just Crown Guard or what's it called? Gargoyle for a bit more tankiness. I'm down. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, first subscribe for more TFT Set and content, and I'll keep pushing these guides out for you. Yeah, let's just watch this out, and peace out everybody. Ciao.